player, you hear the needle dropping, you hear, you know when a record is playing, right? Or when you listen to an MP3 of a record, because you can hear it turning. So, I don't really think we're upgrading in technology. I think we want it to be some simple, like the iPad, all-in-one. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen. Or any like all-in-one art package, sucks. Any all-in-one, anything I know doesn't really work. A couple do, but 98% of them don't. Like, if you know something really well and you look at something and it's like, this will teach you how to do it, and you're like, okay, like that brush isn't even for this. It's like as if they were at some warehouse, like, what do we do with all the rejects? Oh, we call it everything you need to like do something. Because when you go to a hobby store, all the stuff is like, it doesn't have no sense. But if you went and like really get it, those brushes aren't there.
So what's the piece of technology that impresses you?
That impresses me?
That has impressed you?
Digital converter box. Because when they changed from analog to digital, all I had was, I've never bought a TV in my life and never planned to. The TV I find on the street is the one that's in my house. The ears that make the channels come, I found them in the street too. I got like 3 of them hooked up. Now I get 60 channels with the, because I've gone, it's like, as digital converter box goes on, like it used to be, with analog, I only got 36 PBS, 54, all the stations I like. When the digital converter box came out, I got rid of 44 because of Simpsons, and Channel 11, so I wasn't watching Saturday Night Live or Simpsons. But now, like, the digital converter box, because you just keep reprogramming it, and I get all these, like, weird stations that are kind of like, so I watch all these, like, I watch this Korean channel more than, I watch this Korean and I watch this Mexican channel more than anything else on the TV, unless it's like something about news or informational. I always watch, because the airing is what it's called. It's Korean, and all their games, like, it's just awesome. Game shows are weird, huh? Well, it's weird, but like, so they have one for kids, and like, it's like some weird white guy on the show, and like I know him somehow. He's like an educational guy, and so he's on there, and they'll have kids from different countries even, and they're winning points to go to college. So like, it's educational, and then they have shows like showing like interracial couples where if we're in America, you'd be like, they're both Asian, but Korea, like, you're Korea and you brought some damn Chinese lady over here and there's a goddamn Cambodian dude, and so they put them all together, but it's not like Big Brother where everyone's like, oh, we're stuck in the house. Like, they bring them somewhere nice and they like talk about cultural differences, and I don't know any programming like that I see in any other country. So, and they have English subtitles half the time, so I'm like, cool. Like, they'll have English, Chinese, Japanese, they don't exclude people. And it's something that I think is really amazing. It's not new technology, but the only thing I got the ticket for it, I spent $20. It's the only thing I've ever bought for a TV. But now I get 60 channels and they're all like, there's one the ones through 1.9 are all like debug TV or like do it yourself. Like, it'll be offline and all of a sudden some cooking show from like Massachusetts shows up and you're like, and they'll teach you how to make something super bomb, and then some weirdo guy, well, because you just pay for your advertising on this one, so like some guy, you just go on there and voice your opinion, and do whatever you want on there. And then there's one that's like the family channel, and it always plays like Little Rascals and Red Skeleton and old, like everything is like what I think a family channel should be.
That's tight, yeah, I need to get.
Because I wrote a piece about it, about digital, well, I wrote a thing about it to myself in a book I'm writing about how much, because I was so afraid of digital conversion. And now I'm like, well, I never need cable now, because, like, I got 60 channels. And they only have 4.
You did that coupling.
Yeah, we're.
I still got rabbit ears. I got 3 of them. Like, I got one that's, I don't know, whichever ones I find on the street, I just keep adding them and I get more channels. So let's go. But they keep making more channels too, accessible. Because I mean, how much is 60 channels for cable? I don't pay cable. It's too expensive for them. $39 or something. I got to watch my favorite races, the Giro d'Italia. The Tour de California didn't play on the digital converter. You had to pay to watch that, but you could watch the second oldest bike race in Italy with beautiful countryside for free on channel 11.3, the Universal Sports. Because they'll play like track and field and wrestling and then MMA and